dolphins are wicked.
Frosty mornings, fresh springs, hot summers and coloured autumns. It's all times where the river is alive and flowing, keeping the fish moving in all conditions. It's not only the peace and solitude that attracts me to the banks of the rivers, but the fact you just never know what that next bite will bring. Big dreams of unknowns. This has a massive part of my love for the waterways. You can find a wide variety of carp across the country. Big wild ones, black scaly ones, long lean ones, or battle scarred ones. You just never know what's about to happen. With myself being a very impatient angler, it suits my style of fishing, walking miles during the days in search of the fish and trying to make an opportunity arise, or dropping onto pre-baited spots for nights. So let's see what this season has to bring as I find myself skipping from stretch to stretch across the south. The first part of my venture was an old river that has been shut off at either end, leaving it still and free from the flow. I've seen a few amazing fish during the close season, but also a good selection of smaller fish, which I managed my fair share of during my time.
First session walking along this waterway, and got off the mark with this little common. Stalked out the edge on a little pre-baited spot of Pacific tuna, and it's good to get off the mark. I know it's only a small one, but there's a lot of decent fish in here that I've seen, and I'm probably the only carp angler on here, so I'm well chuffed to get off the mark. Nice. Right, it's my first night that I've done down on the river, and managed a couple of little ones. Which I'm over the moon with. Didn't even manage a bream. Look at the colours in it. They don't always have to be big in the river. Just wild, pristine little ones.
Sadly, this wasn't the case for me on this particular stretch, as the algae soon sprung up very viciously, making the whole river pretty much unfishable, which was a shame, as I had unfinished business still to attend. This next river has been nothing but a headbanger. Even now, I don't think I've managed to get the full picture of when and how I should be fishing this stretch. Being tidal, I knew from the start it was going to cause problems, but not quite to the extent I have encountered. Right, this is what happens when you ignore a couple of loops during the night. Absolute carnage. I make sure to be using strong and simple tackle, also experimenting with lead sizes. This was something I later came to realise just didn't matter, and when the tide was on the rise and breaching the weir, there was nothing you can do to prevent being wiped out. After a few sleepless nights, I purchased a tie chart from the tackle shop. This was to make sure I was picking my times right and make my time a lot more enjoyable. A few nights had passed and I was developing the slightest of pictures of the place, resulting in my first carp from the tidal river.
Well, I knew my luck had to change at some point on this river. 3 nights in, opted for a move last night as well, and that's because I just didn't really think it was going to be happening on the other spots. And I've seen quite a few fish around this particular area. Seems to be a little bit of slack water where the fish tend to be hanging out. So I've been introducing a little bit of bait over the last couple of days, and managed my first one from the river. Only a little baby one, but this fish is from a tidal river, and this river puts you through its paces, let me tell you. Last night I got wiped out about 5 times. Just redone my rod, got back in the pit, and this absolutely melted off. I thought I'd been wiped out by another floating bush or bit of debris. So I am well happy. When I returned the following evening, I managed to get stuck into another hard fighting tidal carp. Obviously the spot was producing the goods and well worth the move. Right, jumped back on last night for another quick night. That is my 6th now in total, and we managed to get one last night, which I'm very chuffed about. After about 5 green, 3 rigs, wiped out a couple of times. Got another mirror, which I'm really chuffed about, because the previous river beforehand, which I was fishing last season, there was only 1 or 2 mirrors in that river, so to get a couple now, first fish, I'm well chuffed. My 2nd fish from the tidal. Let's hope the next one is a big scaly one. But I'm after a 20 from this river, so not quite sure how big this one is. Mid-double, something like that. But we're getting there. We're getting there. Slowly starting to create a picture of this river, knowing where they're going to be at certain times. But like I say, it's still early days. Let's slip her back. I was rather unlucky on the next few trips, resulting in a couple of cut-offs which were just uncontrollable, so not the best last memories. Again though, this is a river I will certainly be heading back to in the near future. The next stretch is on the other side of the county, and Alex and myself set about trying to locate some carp on this vast river. We did exactly that and managed to find them surprisingly quick, which was enough for us to start baiting in this location. Unlike the last river, this part was non-tidal and a very pretty place to be. Second fish from the first night on the river, and I know it's only a small one, but if you're into your river fishing, you know how nomadic these things can be, so I'm well chuffed. quite a hectic night, as it turns out to be. Nice. Right, whilst I'm here on the river, I thought I'd run you through the items that I am introducing when I leave each time. In this case, I've come down after work to put some in, make sure the spot is topped up before I come and fish it tomorrow night. But this is what I like to do. I like to keep a lot of different food items in the swim, lots of small stuff as well, just to keep them grubbing around. I mean, the more small bits that you get in there, it will take them twice as long to mop it up, so hopefully it will keep them in the swim a lot longer. But as you can see in here, it's quite stodgy this. I've been adding a mixture of Pacific tuna and live system boilies, crushed them all up. I've also got some nut mix in here from CC Moore. Again, just to cloud things up, you know, just to keep fish mooching about, really. Also, the old faithful sweet corn, some chickpeas, and I like to add a couple of tins of evaporated milk as well. This is only, again, just to cloud it up, just so it gets the fish's attention. And yeah, this is what has been doing the business for me. My second visit was just as prolific as the first, resulting in this amazingly dark scaly one. Another absolutely fine character from the river. As always, it wouldn't be a social thing without inviting my mate Ollie to get involved in the action, and that's exactly what he did with this tremendous scarred up column. Oh mate.
Cool, isn't he? That's out. Sick.
Oh cool.
Turn up, mate. Mate, his fins are wicked. Just get back.
Yeah.
Here you go.
It had been a very quiet last few nights for me, not how I pictured my last few sessions before moving on to new ventures, but there was one last stop on the way home as the sun was out and I felt like there was a chance to be had off the surface. There is a couple of carp just milling about. It's the end of September now, so I've got to make the most of this situation. that's why I do this. Well, wasn't that worth stopping in for a quick look? You just never know. You literally never know. We're right at the end of September now, and it's a pretty hot day to be fair. And I think all the carp are trying to make the most of it, just like we are. And look at the colours. This might be a bit lively. At the colours on this. Look at that. Right, here's the other side. Just have a quick look and I'll get her back. But look at the colours on that. I literally do not understand why people don't fish rivers. Out here on your own, no one about. Mint fish like this. What more do you want? Right, what a way to end. Hope you've enjoyed watching, guys. See you later.